Yeah, it's your boy G Cornerman Boxing. I'm here with my man Edgar, the chosen one Berlanga, at the Round Table Media. How you doing, champ?
Doing great, man. Can't wait for Saturday night.
Right. So one thing I wanted to ask you, champ. You're fighting here again, back in the Garden, back in New York. You're a New Yorker yourself. You want to talk about the importance of what it is for you fighting at home and build up your fan base here in your hometown?
The importance of this, man, is that now I'm getting the city back together, you know what I mean? And especially the Puerto Rican people, I'm bringing everybody back, and hopefully next year, well, not hopefully, it's going to happen next year. We have the Puerto Rican Day weekend at the Garden. So, it's very important, man. I'm here, New York, from Brooklyn, Lower East Side, and I'm fighting in New York once again, and it's going to be a big hit factor this fight.
Right, and you being a New Yorker and a Puerto Rican, man, there's such rich boxing history with those things. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind in the sport of boxing?
Oh, man, I want to leave a big legacy back here, you know what I mean? Over here in my hometown, you know what I mean? Like what all the greats did, I'm Puerto Rican, 6'1", from Brooklyn. 160, 168, you know what I mean? I got everything it takes to become a star in the making.
Right. So can you talk about the change? You started working with the Havoc boxing team over there in Brooklyn. How's the experience been like working with Uncle Dre, Coach Lenny, Coach T, everybody over there?
Yeah, I mean, it's great, man. They pay a lot of attention. They put a lot of attention on me in the gym. They treat me like a son, and I'm in there and we work very hard, man. Dre don't let me cut corners. Lenny, Terrence don't let me cut corners, and we just push myself every day to the limit, you know what I mean? And obviously Dre has world champions, he took them to that level, so he knows what it is to be at that level and what it takes, so he's pushing me every day.
Right, is there anything new you guys have been working on as far as developing you as a fighter into the professional ranks?
Yeah, we're working on a lot of stuff, and the most important thing we're working on is making sure that I could go 12 rounds, not 8 rounds, 10 rounds, no, 12, because it's going to come sooner than later.
Right. And yeah, I mean, you're fighting a guy, I believe he's 16-1, 16-0, something.
Yeah, 16-1, yeah.
So, what are you going to do to this guy, man?
I mean, do like what I always do, you know what I mean? Stick to the game plan, use my jab, be poised, and see any openings, we're going to take it, If I don't see nothing, and the guy, he's just looking to survive, then hey, we go to second round, but eventually I know the way I fight, I'm going to get to him, and I'm going to get to him fast because I figure out my opponents fast.
Right, and I mean, you're at a young stage, you've been on a young age, you've been at the big stage so many times. Do you feel like you're getting used to it already, or how's that been coming along?
As far as what?
As far as fighting on the big stage at the Garden?
Yeah, I mean, this is my second time fighting, and then my last fight I walked out with Joe. With Fat Joe, and it was big in Philly, so I'm getting used to it, man, and next year should be a breakout year for me.
Right, Champ. One thing I was curious about: did you study any fighters coming up? Anybody that might have influenced you to be the fighter you are today?
Trinidad, I watched a lot. I watched Cotto a lot. I also watched Mayweather. I like to switch up fighters because fighters have different styles. So what I like to do is I like to grab different styles, Cotto, Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, and I'll just throw it in a basket, you know what I mean? And see where we come up with it, you know what I mean? And, I'll grab a little bit of each.
Right. Now, Champ, you're becoming a big star in New York, man. I'm sure a lot of kids are starting to look up to you, man. What kind of message will you have for all the young kids, all the young fighters looking up to Edgar Berlanga?
All the young kids, man, you have to, stay focused, man. Stay around positive people, your father's there for you, listen to your dad, you know what I mean? If your dad is there for you, listen to your dad, don't do no drugs, stay away from alcohol, and just train hard, man, and push yourself to the limit, 100%, and like I said, man, the most, and the girls too, you gotta,
That's important.
You gotta chill out on the girls, and I'm saying it because I do it, you gotta cut them off because it's a serious, and you could get hurt, but listen, man, if you're gonna be boxing, if you're gonna take this to another level, you have to be 100% in it, you know what I mean? You can't play both sides because you will get hurt.
Absolutely, champ. Any final thoughts, any shout out you want to give to anybody out there?
Shout out to my team, Team Berlanga. Also, I want to say that I got my man Keith on board now with
Keith
Team
Connolly.
Berlanga as well, Keith Conley as well. You know, now he's working with us, you know, and take a weight off my back as well, where I could focus on my training. Me and my dad could focus on training now, you know, and leave the business to him. So I want to thank him for everything he's going to be doing for me for 2020, and it's on, man.
All right, you got a world-class manager, man.
Yeah.
I know it's a little early, but how soon can we see that world title shot, man?
Oh man, it's gonna come. You know, with me, everything takes time. You know,
Right,
I'm not
right.
rushing. This is not a sprint; it's a marathon. You know,
Right.
and you know, this is boxing. You know what I mean? And it's not. It's how long you last, man. You know what I mean? And
Gotta
you know,
have-
I'm still young. I'm 22 years old. There's a lot of killers at 168, 160. You know what I mean? So we have to be prepared for that in 2-3 years. You know what I mean? So I want to be 100% for that when that day comes.
Absolutely, champ. All right, man. Well, thank you so much for your time, brother. I wish you the best and
Sir.
hope to see you become world champion one day.
100%.
Thank you, brother. God bless.